Hey, Poner here, and I got a special battle against ManaPhione, and I'd recommend reading the description right now, just to see the logistics of it. But basically, each side has 2 grass, 2 fire, and 2 water. So he leads off with Moltres, I let off with Cacturne. I have to be crazy to stay in there. So I go into Flareon, because it's got decent special defense, so it can do a pretty nice walling job of Moltres. So he's going to go into Azumarill now. It's either Banded or a sub-type. Either way, I'm predicting him to over-predict. So I went for the Will-O-Wisp, and it missed. And that mattered, like, a lot. Because now you're going to have to watch me painfully stall out this Azumarill. So I go into Blastoise, because I know I can break this sub with at least 2 Surfs, and I'm hoping, praying, that Focus Punch does enough that I can knock out the sub and get a Toxic on it. So there goes the Focus Punch. I'm crossing my fingers, and it does half, which is right where I want it to be. So he's going to go for another Focus Punch. I'm going to go for another Surf, and this time the sub will break. Just like that. So there goes a second Focus Punch. It's going to leave me at 32 HP. And now I know he's going to set up another sub, so I'm going to go for a Toxic. And thankfully it hit. If that missed, I might have had to punch a baby. Because just the fact that the Will-O-Wisp missed earlier it was just terrible. The hacks always seem to be on me. But enough complaining about hacks, and let's just get on with this. So now I have no choice but to Toxic stall it out. So I went for the Protect there just to get some Toxic damage. Went for it again, but it failed. And then the Focus Punch is going to take me out. But now I have the perfect thing that can wall this Azumarill so that it can die to Toxic. In comes my Milotic once again. I use this way too much, but this thing has just saved my ass so many times. It's ridiculous how good this thing is. One person suggested a club dedicated to hating my Milotic, which is just funny. Anyways, yeah, I'm just spamming recover and just waiting for that thing to die. And crossing my fingers and hoping it doesn't get a crit. Which he thankfully doesn't. So, Focus Punch puts me at range where leftovers will put me at half. And I believe in 2 or 3 more turns, it'll not... Yeah, 2 more turns, it'll die to Toxic. So recover off the damage. And get Focus Punched again. God, stalling is hell to commentate through. Ugh. Yay! Finally! Dies to Toxic. Alright, now I can get on with some more action. In comes a Feraligatr. And I'm going to switch into Moltres. Thinking he'll either go for an Earthquake or a Dragon Dance. And I thought I'd be able to outspeed even if he got one Dragon Dance up, but apparently I was wrong, as he went for another one there. Thankfully he didn't go for the Waterfall, though. So I'm going to Air Slash with the specs. That will take out Feraligatr. Oh wait, no it won't. That was fail. It'll put it down to range where I can Death Fodder a Pokemon to make it die to Life Orb. There we go. So Blossom didn't die there, which kind of surprised me considering that he had +2 and this thing's defenses are crap. But he sends in this thing. I forget what it's called. I'll probably leave a tag up. Anyways, in comes Cacturn. I set up a sub, just scouting at what he'd do. I was hoping he wouldn't have the Ice Beam, and apparently he didn't. Or maybe this thing is scarfed or spexed or something. I can't tell, honestly. So I go for a Sucker Punch. That'll do a decent chunk, and then he's gonna Surf, and it'll do a lot, but it won't take me out. And I'm gonna ready my Focus Punch because I thought he'd switch out, but that didn't work out too well for me. And down goes my Cacturn. And now I'm just gonna send in Flareon to quick attack that thing to death. Alright, so he's down to, I believe, 2 fires and a grass. And we saw Moltres earlier, and now his second fire is Entei, so I have nothing that can take a Stone Edge well besides my Lodic, but I know it will be able to take 2. So I just had to fodder away Booster, which is a shame because Flareon is awesome. And now he's going to go for a Stone Edge. I'm going to take that quite nicely because this thing is just awesome. It really is. And Surf is going to take it out. Now it's 2-2. Both his Pokemon have full HP. I have one at full and one at about a third. So the odds are not in my favor. So he goes for an Air Slash. Gets a crit. I don't know if that mattered. It probably didn't, but either way, the battle turns out in my favor. So I'm going to send in my Moltres. He's going to Air Slash, and it's going to do not very much, considering that it's Moltres against Moltres. Then I'm going to Air Slash and take out the Moltres. So Specs versus Scarf, Specs wins. And his last Pokemon is Torterra. I'm going to outspeed it and get the Air Slash off, and with the Specs, it will die. That was a really, really close game. Very, very good game, I have to say. And I hope to battle you sometime again, ManaPhione. And I will see you guys later. Peace.